Alright guys, before this video starts, I just want to say that this video is sort of been made for hashtag Marcintosh 2022, an event where a bunch of YouTubers celebrate all things 68K and PowerPC Macintosh stuff. I'm kind of cheating a little bit because this video was mostly filmed in February, but because of the timing of me editing stuff, I'm just gonna call it a Marcintosh video and call it there. See you guys in the video. Hello and welcome to Go On Retro Tech. Hope you're having an amazing day. Now, as you can see, I have something very special planned for this video. I have managed to get my hands on an iMac G3, pretty sure it's a 400 megahertz PowerPC machine with 64 megabytes of RAM. The only thing I've been able to do so far is to plug it in and turn it on to make sure it works. That's all I had time to do up until now, but now I actually have some time to poke at. Now, the really cool thing about this machine, apart from it being a very popular Apple machine from back in the day, is that it covers a lot of firsts for me. It's my first classic compatible Macintosh. It's my first PowerPC Macintosh. It's my first computer with a CRT, and my first computer that I've wanted. Last time I saw one of these back in 2003, 2004 was at a really old friend's place, and I only saw these guys once that I am aware of in my 21 years of existence, back in 2003, 2004, somewhere around those years, and the design of the computer just stuck with me. Even though I did go through an anti-Apple phase in junior high, I still remember wanting this computer from way back in the day and watching a lot of my favorite YouTubers like Crazy Ken for the Computer Clan and Action Retro poke at these guys. It made me want to get one. So here we are. We have an iMac G3, and I'm very excited start poking at it. Is another first for me. First Apple keyboard and mouse. I have my Mac Mini set up on my desk over there, and I've been using a Windows keyboard. And, okay, this keyboard's a little dirty. I'm gonna have to clean it. What's the date on this keyboard? Let's see. It doesn't explicitly have the date on it. It is an A1048 keyboard with this, which is probably a serial number. I'm willing to bet, although I could be totally wrong, that this is the keyboard that originally came with this computer. Now, a lot of the really early iMacs came with matching keyboards and puck-style mice, but at a certain point when the iMac G4 and later computers came out, they just shipped these guys with this style of keyboard and mouse. If I recall correctly, and if my sources are correct. Right, I'm going to go ahead and plug this keyboard in. Man, I've barely had this thing for 18 hours? I've barely had this thing for like 13, 14 hours, and I've already saturated the on-port USB ports. Though I guess I could plug in the mouse to the keyboard, but I don't really want to do that right now. Alright. This will be the second Mac that has ever chimed in this apartment. Well, it's already chimed, but yeah. And that just might be the same kind of chime that my 2012 Mac Mini makes. I'll have to double check between the two, but I'm pretty sure that's the same tone and frequency and everything. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but you might be able to hear that the hard drive isn't super happy. I wouldn't say that's dying. I wouldn't say that hard drive is dying, but you can definitely hear that it has a hard disk, which if the info that the seller told me is correct, it should be a 40 gigabyte hard disk. But like I said, the only thing I have had time to do so far is just to turn it on. I have not had any time to look at pretty much anything other than this desktop. Which, judging by the lack of icons, it looks like it was wiped before it was given to me. Yes, I know. Network time error, blah, blah, blah. Looks like we got Office 98 and Internet Explorer 4.5 on here. And 5.1. Not really a whole lot in here that tells me that this hasn't been wiped. Although I'm not sure if Stuffit Expander comes with Macs. Which, okay. Time for About This Mac. About this computer. Mac OS 9.2. Oh, it is 2.2. Alright, there's that. Built-in memory 64 megabytes, virtual memory 65 on the hard drive, Mac OS ROM 9.0.1. Yeah. I just don't know how big the hard drive is right now. I do kind of want to run Mac OS X on this at some point. I know, people will say it runs like crap. But if I know that something is capable of running an operating system, I want to run the operating system on it. Every single one of my computers, save for my Mac Mini, has run Linux, because I know they're all capable of running Linux. So, by proxy, if I find a PowerPC version of some kind of Linux distro, I'm going to put it on here. I'm pretty sure Yellow Dog Linux is PowerPC compatible, and there might be something else out there. I'll have to do some research. Alright, let's see. How do I find... That's the biggest thing I have to remember with Apple computers. There's no freaking start key like functions. Okay, hold on. I gotta mess with this setup a little bit because reasons. Alright, so I've gone ahead and put this thing in a little bit of a more comfortable position. It's not that much more comfortable, but hey, it is what it is. Oh, hey, look at that. I've got iMovie on here. Come on. Will it launch? Oh, yes, it will launch. Copyright. You know what? This is giving me an idea. I'm thinking, depending on how much stuff that I usually do, I can get working on this machine. I think I might do a challenge where I just forego most of my modern machines and just use something like a G3. Because this isn't my first piece of technology from around this time period. I mean, I have an original Xbox and a PS2, but this is my first computer from this era. At least one that I've gotten myself. Let's see. Stuff it expander, stuff it standard. Alright, is there anything else? No, I don't think there is. Oh? Does this thing have a DVD drive? Okay, let's see. Airport? Oh, there's no airport card. Oh man, I got my hopes up. Alright, how do I... Is there like a system profiler or something so I can see what hardware is actually installed on here? Okay, there's all the Apple menu stuff. It's gotta be around here somewhere. It's gotta be. I gotta say, I don't have my glasses on right now, so I gotta say, this picture looks crisp. Oh, what did I just click on? Startup disk. Yeah, I don't think this thing has anything else installed. I think it's just macOS 9.2. Quit Stuff Expander, because I don't need that open right now. Let's see, I got Quicken. What's Palm? Okay, maybe this thing wasn't wiped. But I think most of it was purged. What the heck is this? Bugdom? Is this a game? Oh, it is a game. What the heck is this? I can't believe there's just a game on here. I kind of want to explore this. Because I know there's a game that looks vaguely similar like this that I played a long time ago, but I don't know if it's the same game. No, I don't think. Huh. Nah, that's not the same game I'm thinking of. Mouse, okay. Pause menu is mouse only. Anyways, that's really cool. Oh, actually. Did it freeze? It might have frozen. I think it froze. Please note, I'm not an expert on Apple devices whatsoever. There's probably some kind of like Windows Task Manager equivalent that I could do right now to like fix this. But let it be known that I am still very new to the Apple ecosystem. That was still an interesting experience, though. I had no idea there was a game on here. I was under the impression that the drive was wiped, but maybe I was wrong. Yeah, Mac OS definitely wouldn't just come with a game like that. Whoa, this keyboard. The function keys go all the way up to 16. I didn't know Macs needed so many function keys. Yeah, that hard drive doesn't sound like it's having the best time. But it'll work for now. Okay, let's fix this time and date problem. Time and date control panel. All right. Control panel. Time and date. Control panel. Control panels. There we go. Date and time. It thinks it's 1904. That might be wrong. It is January, but it is the 6th of 2022. And the current time is 7 a.m. That's convenient that Seattle is the city that the current time zone is in because I live in that time zone. But then again, it just corrected the times. Oh man. Okay. There's an escape communicator. Yeah, this hard drive definitely has not been wiped. It has two different versions of Internet Explorer. It has a game on it. It has Palm Pilot software. Yeah, but it is a 40 gig drive. That's good to know. And it has Microsoft Office 98, which is actually really convenient because I like to use Office software, especially Excel and Word. For the annals. What the heck is this? Yeah, I might have to be purging some documents here. Now that I'm looking at it, though, I think there's a tiny bit of CRT burn-in right here. Yeah, that looks like... Yeah, that definitely looks like there's a little bit of burn-in just right there. It's very faint, though. It took me till right now to notice it, and I'm 21 minutes into filming this section of the video. But yeah, I mean, I know there's some kind of hardware hardware thing. I think it's a control panel. USB printer sharing, TCP/IP. This does have Ethernet. I do plan on hooking this thing up to the internet. Yes, I am going to be careful. Don't worry about me. There's got to be some kind of hardware monitor on here, right? There's got to be a way for the... Oh. Yeah. It's right friggin' there, dude. Apple System Profiler. Okay. Let's see. We got 64 megabytes built-in memory. Got 512K of L2 cache. 8 megabytes video memory. I believe this might be based off of a... Oh, what's the graphics card called? ATI Rage 128, something like that. Yeah, PowerPC G3, 400 megahertz. Fairly fast for these kinds of machines. Definitely a parallel kind of drive kind of stuff. Hardware, machine ID 406. Model name, iMac. Apple Extended Keyboard, that's what I've got going on. I think, again, I'm not super familiar with that kind of stuff. There's all the ROM information. I don't have a printer attached. There's some network stuff. It's got Ethernet. I haven't connected it yet, but I will be yanking the Ethernet cable I've connected to my 360 right now, which is conveniently also located on my desk. It's got Apple Talk and TCP/IP, so getting on the internet will not be a problem, at least in terms of internet protocols. Using Internet Explorer is going to be a clusterfuck, but we'll see what happens. All right. And it is indeed a DVD ROM drive, so this is a later iMac. So it is entirely possible that the keyboard and mouse I got with this thing were the original keyboard and mouse, and not the matching keyboard and mouse like someone might expect getting a G3. That's all. That's a bunch of control panels. Apple Talk, MacBook Plus, blah blah, appearance. Any other control panels? There's keychain access, keyboard, launcher, location manager, Mac TCP DNR, blah, 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 QuickTime, blah, 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 blah. Nothing interesting. Alright. Oh, holy cow, that's a lot of extensions. That was like, what, 200, 300? Holy crap. There's fax stuff on here, which I totally could do, but I don't want to do. At least not right now. There's a bunch of Microsoft on here, thanks to Office. Why is there NVIDIA stuff on here? This is not an NVIDIA type of thing. Unless it's some kind of a compatibility layer for games. Which clearly there's at least one game on here. Alright, there's some airport stuff. It said there's not an airport card in here, so I don't know why. There's all this stuff on there. There's a bunch of Apple stuff. Apple Script, Apple Share, Apple Photo Access, Apple Packet Media Access, blah, 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 blah. Okay, there's a bunch of DVD stuff. There's the FireWire stuff. Yeah. Man, Mac OS 9 comes with a lot more extensions than I anticipated. Of course, a lot of these were probably installed after the fact, like the QuickTime stuff. I don't think QuickTime and QuickDraw. Oh dear Lord, how many applications are 300 applications? Okay, there's Adobe Acrobat Reader, so I can open up PDFs. That's kind of cool. Oh my Lord, AOL is on here.
Goodbye.
America Online is on this system. I never thought I would see that. Man, I screwed around with modern AOL a few years ago, but that was not a good experience. I'm not even sure if AOL is even a thing anymore. There's Bugdom. It says OEM, so I'm not sure if that was like actually included with this machine. Okay, it looks like a lot of these applications are actually duplicates because holy crap, how many freaking disk first aids do you need? Like seriously. There's no way someone needs that many disk first aids. Because I want to see if there's a way I can take a look at the health of this drive. Although I'm not sure if this predates status reporting. It might actually. This thing is fairly old. Alright, did this thing say how old the unit is? Copyright date is 2001, so this thing is probably on the later side of the iMacs. Alright, I do want to try and install a game I have. There's a game I have that might have a PowerPC version of it on the disc. I'm not actually sure about that. But before I do that, I'm going to pop in a blank disc. Just in case there's something wrong with this disk drive. It's not responding to that eject command, so there's probably nothing in there. I am not going to put a blank disc in here, but this is a disc for free DVD boot for my PS2, except my PS2 is not compatible with this version of free DVD boot, so I don't care about it. Okay, that's a little worrying. It's spinning up the disc, though. It's possible that it can't read it because of the file system. Maybe. It is spinning. But it's not spinning up. Oh no. It's not responding to the eject key. Oh, that's how you force quit. Command Option Escape. Okay. I'm a little worried that I would never get that disc back without opening the thing. But at least it's a disc that I... Okay, I finally got a message. Just gonna eject the disc. Yeah, that drive isn't sounding healthy, but it's at least working. There's a couple scratches on there that I don't think were in there before. Hi. That's a little concerning. You know what? I'll just pop the game in and call it good. And I can find my case of games. So I'm looking at this disc here, and it definitely says Mac on it. This is Pajama Sam. No need to hide when it's dark outside. This is the first PC game that I actively showed interest in. Oh, holy heck. I did not know how scratched this thing was. But I was able to image it, so I have a backup? Question mark? I had no idea this thing was scratched so much. Oh man, this iMac might actually have trouble reading it. Oh god, that sounds so sad. Alright, we'll see how long this takes. It's trying. Oh, holy cow. Holy crap, I've never put this disc in a Mac before. I had no idea this was also just compatible with Mac. This is really cool. I note that it doesn't do the sound effects on the menu like that. For best game performance, your display should be set to 256 colors. Yeah, sure, why not? Is it just gonna play the game? No install? Okay. Holy crap, this is actually working. I hope it's working. Oh, there we go. It just took a second. Man. Oh, whoa, I paused the game. Okay. You know, this entire time I've had the game until I recently looked it up. I had no idea that this was PowerPC Mac compatible. No idea. No clue.
The game is paused.
Yes, I am aware.
At last the time has come to hatch my sinister plot. This level
Can I skip? Okay, what did I press? I pressed something to make it go out of full screen.
I need to find my Pajama Sam superhero gear so I can go into my closet and capture darkness is in my closet. But I need to find my Pajama Sam gear before I can go in there after him.
This is awesome.
Nothing but trash in there.
I did play this game semi-recently just for the nostalgia hit, but I haven't played this game on a proper CRT in probably at least 15, 16 years. Oh my lord.
Oh, here's my Pajama Sam mask.
That's so cool.
My secret identity. Now I just need my lunchbox and my flashlight.
That is so cool that a game that I've had since I was like 4 or 5 is compatible with basically every computer that I own. That is so cool. Well, except my Mac Mini. My Mac Mini over in Mac OS X land might not be compatible with it, but it is through Windows. I don't want to install Windows on that thing, but in theory it could work. Yeah, I know on the Windows side of this disk, it plays animations when I highlight things. It's not doing this here. Not that you really need it to do that, but eh. Oh yeah, right clicking isn't real. Oh, controlled clicking is a thing, but right clicking is not. I don't understand how they couldn't have made right click just control click. How can I make it back on that Mac OS pattern? That was really cool. Hmm. I have to put it back on. I keep wanting to right click the desktop. Thanks, Windows. Hmm. There's no desktop thing. Is there a terminal on here? Something along those lines? I could have. Oh, you pack installer. Blah 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 blah. Actually, let's go ahead and can I just open that? Yeah. All right. Is there Control A, Option A, Command A? All right. It's Command A, Command C. All right. Let's Control click. New folder. Pajama Sam. And then Command V. Command V? Or do I have to Command A, Command C? Command V? Okay, come on. Please do what I want it to do. You know what I want it to do. Now just do it. There we go. I don't miss how slow CD-ROMs are. But, hey, everything is working. Well, so far. The display is working, seems like the memory's working, GPU's working, at least to some capacity. That 3D game did work, so I'm pretty sure that's working. The only thing that I don't know is working are the FireWire ports and the Ethernet jack and the modem port. It's probably going to be a long time before I get to test the modem port, but the Ethernet jack is totally something I can test. Oh dear lord, this is going to take 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Man, I really do not miss how slow CD-ROMs are. I don't know. I'm not an expert on dual Windows and Mac readable CDs. I used to know the term for CDs and DVDs that could be read in both Mac and Windows. I used to know the term for that, but I've forgotten it. So if you know that term, feel free to let me know in the comments. Those kinds of disks must use some kind of like data layer that both Windows and Mac can read, because otherwise I don't see how a Mac game can work in Windows and vice versa without some kind of BS emulation and stuff going on. Wow, it actually jumped up a minute. While that's doing stuff, I'm going to be booting up my server so that I can do a specific thing. Once I get this G3 connected to my network, I'm hoping I can access the Samba file server that I have set up on this thing so that I can just... Oh,
it's not
no.
my fault. The item speed ember cannot be read because the disk error record.
Oh, no, there's a disk error. Okay, hopefully that just works. I'm crossing my fingers. If it doesn't, I do have a backup this game. So I'm hoping I can access my file share from my G3 so that I can share files between all of my computers. But that might be a little bit of a problem because macOS of this vintage doesn't like files touched by Intel PCs, and at that point, Intel PCs were Windows PCs. Uh, yeah, I'm hoping I can somehow see the file share going on this server that I have going on off screen, so I can potentially grab some files from it. Oh, potential problem. The hard drive I have on there is a 4 terabyte hard drive. I don't know if macOS 9 can address spaces that big. Then again, this is network file system, so that might not matter too much. But then again, this is a really old version of macOS, so I have no idea if this will work. I'm surprised I've even gotten this far, to be honest. Yeah, there must have been a scratch or something right over that specific file that it was looking for. It doesn't sound like it was a really important file, so I don't think I'm going to be too worried about that. Yeah, that's trucking along. Alright, let me go ahead and grab the Ethernet cable for my 360 over here. Let me just go ahead and put this behind here and plug that in. On one hand, I know it's not super smart to have old computers on the internet, but at the same time, usually that's just for Windows. So I feel relatively safe putting this online, considering most, not all, but most viruses are Windows targeted. Alright, shouldn't have sat down first. I want to see what's going on with the network cable. I don't see any lights. So if there is any indication that things are or are not working, it's going to be with, where was it? Apple System Profiler, I believe. I mean, I could also look on my router and see that this device is on here, or on there, but video AGP built in, blah blah. Yeah, that's an ATI Rage 128. Alright, let's see. Control panels, okay, maybe the network information. Oh wait, no, it's right here. Hardware, network. Yes, we're in! I have my G3 on the network. Ha! That's really cool! Question is, can I see the file share that I've got going on my Linux server? That's a really good question. I really want to know the answer to that question. File sharing from the computer is off. Not a surprise. I mean, this thing wasn't connected to a network. Alright, that's Pajama Sam, copied from the Mac portion of the disk. Man, that's not wanting to eject on its own like that. That's fine. I believe I could just command click on the disk icon. Maybe. Or I can also do this. I can! Wow, that feature goes back that far. As a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, that might go back to Mac OS 6. Or earlier, I'm not sure. File exchange. I'm flying blind here. File sharing. Is that the same? How can I connect to a file thing? You know what? I can open up Internet Explorer and attempt to Google it. Because I have... Oh. Okay. :// Google.com. Oh. Hey, we got Google! I'm on the internet with a G3! God, that's really cool. Connect to file server Mac OS 9. Everything's not going to be secure with this. How do I use file sharing over TCP IP? Oh, is it a chooser thing? It might be a chooser thing. That's really freaking cool that Internet Explorer 5 still works with Google. Can I load the website? No, I cannot load the website. Not a surprise. Well. Alright. Oh, CNET? It's gonna do something. It's doing something. Go 400 megahertz PowerPC processor, go! I don't think that's really gonna load. But one thing I can look for, frog find. The search engine for vintage computers. This is perfect. This is a search engine built by Action Retro. Amazing YouTube channel, by the way. I've been following him for a while. He does some pretty wacky Macs and shenanigans, and I guess to some degree I could say I'm doing Mac shenanigans too, but nothing like he does. Let's use frog find to find something that will help me connect to my Samba file server. Okay, I'm gonna turn off this box. Oh, I could also try and download a copy of Classilla. That might work. Not with Mac OS. What version of Mac OS are they talking about? MacBook Pro. Oh, new Mac OS, not old Mac OS. I'm still peeved that they changed the name from Mac OS to Mac OS X to now back to Mac OS. That makes things so confusing when you're looking up things for old computers. Maybe that'll work. Okay, I've already set up Open Finder. Finder. That must be newer Mac OS again. Is there something I could do with the... Oh? Oh, dear Lord, what is the IP address of the server? Okay, I'm gonna have to if config this thing. I should know that I set up the IP address. Okay. No response from server. Okay, it probably doesn't talk Apple Talk. I'll definitely have to look that up because I want to be able to access the files from that computer on here. But I have another idea for the time being. Have this USB flash drive, and USB flash drives should be backwards compatible. So I'm plugging a USB 2 device into a USB 1.1 type of port. Let's see if that sees that flash drive at all. That would be cool if it did, because that will help me out here a lot. Alright, let's go ahead and close these things. It sees a flash. There's something mounted. Holy crap. Trying to command Q a bunch of these things and it's just not. Oh. Okay. Let's see. There's a delete key. Is this in something? Control click. All right. Let's see. Move to trash. Move to trash. All right. Let's stick this USB drive. Oh, yes, I need to remember that in not Windows, you need to eject drives. Let's go ahead and grab something from this drive. I want to grab an MP3 file that I actually own the rights to the music. Let's go ahead and eject this. And I'm about to find out whether or not Mac OS 9 can natively play high bitrate MP3s without having to use some kind of VLC or other type of player like that. Hello? There we go. Okay, let's close and explore. I think that's using a lot of CPU cycles. There it is. Super sound, blah, 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 blah. How do I, okay. How do I play an MP3 on an iMac G3? Can I do it with QuickTime? QuickTime, no, that not picture, no. Okay, I want player. Because that might play MP3s. If it does, that would be really cool. Can I drag and drop? Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. File. New player, new movie. Is there no MP3 player thing? Open new movie? Maybe? No? I don't like not knowing much about an operating system, but it's kind of why we're here. Okay. Let's hop back into FrogFind. Let's use the older version of Internet Explorer because reasons. That one should work with FrogFind as well. FrogFind should work with really, really, really old browsers. Hello? Launch Internet Explorer, please. It's not wanting to launch. But it is at the same time. Yeah, it says Internet Explorer is taking RAM. There's no window open. Well, okay. Okay. Alright, let's go with 5.1, because that's the one that worked. There we go. Okay. I don't remember what the URL is. Oh, it's literally just frogfind.com. Okay. Okay. MP3 player Mac OS 9. Audacity? Does Audacity have a Powered PC Mac? Classic Mac? Maybe? I could download a really old version of Audacity. Will this work? I don't think this will work. And of course it won't. Okay. Let's see, for Mac OS 9 and 10. Oh! Legacy Universal Binary versions. Nice, that's what I need. And it's a zip file. I get to use stuff at Expander. Save file, yeah. Alright. It's 1.5 megabytes. It wouldn't even fit on a floppy. Go ahead and click this icon so I can eject it. Plug in that USB there. Let's man, computers used to be really, really slow, huh? Right. Someone's doing something outside. I love, but also hate having neighbors. It's nice having people to talk to, but at the same time, I have videos I need to make about weird technology crap. Oh, that just moved everything with zero confirmation. Okay. Where's my copy of Stuff It? I'm actually really glad it has a copy of Stuff It, because that actually makes this a lot easier. Alright. Oh, what? How am I supposed to drag a file to the expander window if it drops to the total back? Alright, it's unstuffing my copy of Audacity for Mac OS 9. I am stoked that A, Audacity made a version for Mac OS 9, and B, that they still have it on their website as of January 2022. This computer is more or less old enough to drink. This specific... Oh, I forgot that's a feature of Classic Mac. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly when this model of computer came out in terms of the later models. I think this is a 2001 model, considering all the copyright dates and stuff. Yeah, this thing is more or less... not enough memory! 18K needed, 8K available.
Blast.
I know, shut up. Alright, is it just because I have a lot of stuff open? That might be it, but I'm not hopeful. That might be just because I have 64 megabytes of memory. And about this computer, I still have Internet Explorer open. That might be my problem. How do I open Internet Explorer back up? Cool. Alright, can I quit? File quit. Alright, that'll free up some memory, I hope. You know what, let's just flat out restart. That might be faster for me right now because I am a total friggin' Mac noob. We get to hear a new chime. I always love hearing a Mac chime. It's just so charming. And I'm sad that they disabled the chime by default there for a little bit. I don't remember how long ago that they disabled the chime, and I don't remember how long they disabled it, but Crazy Ken did a whole thing where he commemorated the whole concept of the Mac chime. I'm probably gonna have to stick some bigger RAM sticks in there, because having to restart the computer to clear the memory just to play an MP3 file is a little ridiculous. And that's assuming that it works. It is a PowerPC Classic Mac. Come on. That's clearly working. Okay. It's just taking a second because the hard drive's slow. Alright. Please open. Please open. Okay. Whoa, this version is a lot different than the one I'm used to than later versions. Still though, I should be able to open the MP3 file that's on my desktop. It's taking multiple seconds to import an MP3 file. That's horrendously slow, but awesome at the same time. Look at that. The remaining time keeps going up, and it seems to. Oh man, I am so glad that the iMac G3 is not my only computer right now. Imagine, holy crap! In my typical project files, not only does individual music projects end up fairly big in terms of raw file size, I typically have to import at least 5 or 6 tracks all at the same time when I'm mixing in Audacity. Trying to do that with this computer would be unbearably slow. I'd have to stop what I'm doing for the next half an hour, go watch some YouTube or something. Which, by the way, I kind of want to try and see if I can get YouTube to work on this machine. Doesn't even have to be in classic Mac OS. If I can get a more modern version of Linux working on here, I might be able to do something around that. But I don't hold any high hopes because A, YouTube doesn't serve flash versions of their videos anymore, and B, this is a 400 megahertz PowerPC processor. Probably gonna struggle with anything above maybe 480p at the max. Considering we're still waiting for this MP3 file to load. A single 4-minute MP3 file. Granted, it's high bitrate, so you can't be too mad, but at the same time, holy crap, is this taking so long to load? Either way, though, I'm still very happy that I was able to get an iMac, because I've wanted one of these machines. I wanted a classic Mac compatible machine for a very long time. This is just barely new enough to where, at least if I put some more RAM in it, I can run relatively modern Mac OS. I believe it'll top out at about Mac OS 10.4. Mac OS X 10.4. I'm running Mavericks. I'm dual booting Mavericks and Catalina on my 2012 Mac Mini. But just the fact that I can dual boot a classic Mac OS and a relatively modern Mac OS, it's honestly really cool. And we're still waiting for this to load. Holy crap. Like I said, I am so glad that this computer is not my only computer. Wanting to produce, like, legit produce music on this machine at the quality that I want to do would be near impossible unless I wanted to waste hours upon hours of my life. But hey, it loaded! That's my song, Learning Fusion, off of the album of the same name by Cobalt Heart. I own the rights to this song, so I can legally play this on my channel as long as I whitelist it with my distributor. Hell yeah! Woo! This is so cool. How do I turn up the volume? Oh, there's a thing down here. Oh, dear Lord. I think this is an old version of the song, but it's the song nonetheless. That's so cool that I can open up a high bitrate MP3 that was made 20 years after this thing was made. 20 years! Well, the song itself was fully finished and produced in 2021, but yeah. Yeah, judging by that drum opening, I think that's an older version of this song, but it's this song nonetheless. Yeah, that's glass. I'm not used to tapping on a display and having it be glass anymore. It's usually just some kind of plastic or you know, stuff like that with like modern LCDs and stuff. That's glass, baby. That's the one thing I wanted to do with this machine, like straight away, aside from connecting it to the internet, is to play an MP3. I had to search and search for a program that'll let me play MP3s, and I got lucky that Audacity has a PowerPC Classic Mac compatible version. Oh my god, I am so happy that I've got this machine. I'm so glad that it works. Oh, there's a monitor's control panel? Millions and millions of colors. Ooh. Geometry. Oh, I can adjust the geometry here. Ah. I'm gonna go ahead and make it so that this fills as much of the screen as possible because I like it like that. Alright, well, that's close enough. Alright, I'm on millions of colors. I could adjust the contrast, brightness. Brightness doesn't do much. Alright. I wonder if there's a way to get this Mac to display at 60 or 30 hertz, preferably 60. So I don't have to deal with display flicker. I just put it at a much higher thing here. Oh, that's high resolution. Still a much higher frame rate than I'm used to with my LCD displays, but that's playing havoc with my camera. Oh man. I mean, that doesn't feel smoother than I'm used to. Keystone. Oh, wow. That. I'm still amazed. Holy. I am amazed that you can control CRT stuff like this in software. I really hope that's on straight. That's probably close enough. Now, one thing I do want to know as I'm wrapping this video up is whether or not no, I don't want to. I always do that when I close Audacity like this. I don't want to save. Okay. One thing I want to know as I'm wrapping up this video. Oh man, this thing is warm. One thing I want to know is, does this thing have any kind of VGA port? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new PRAM battery. It just reset the clock by unplugging it. It's definitely dead. So, I'm not super enthused by having to crack this thing open for that PRAM battery, but looks like I'm gonna have to do that at some point, unless I want to keep this thing plugged in indefinitely. I could spin down the hard disk on command? That's really cool. Alright, well. Then, of course, to wait for it to spin back up again. I'm going to call it here for this video on the iMac G3. Just because I think there's enough content in here, and I wanna split up the video series a little bit, just so that I don't have to put out a massive 2-hour video and wait for 3 days for it to upload. So my future plans is definitely gonna try and do as many of the things as I normally do on my modern machines on this machine. Really good first step. Office is already installed on there. I want to get a bunch of games on there. It's a good start with Pajama Sam, but I'm probably going to be browsing WinWorld for some classic Mac games. There might be a way to get some version of Discord running. I'm not going to hold my breath on that, but I think I heard something about some kind of way to use Discord on really old systems in like a terminal-like way. I'm not entirely sure, but something. I don't know. So goals: get some more games. See if I can get Discord to go. See if I can watch YouTube somehow. That's pretty much it. In terms of my first look of my iMac, I'm definitely going to be maybe looking into getting an SSD replacement just so that I don't have to worry so much about that hard drive dying on me. Probably should back up all the data that's on there. Definitely going to be looking at getting some more RAM for this thing. And I'm definitely going to clear out the debris that's clearly in this machine that is causing problems I'm a little nervous about. Looks like it sometimes just doesn't turn on. Maybe it's something to do with the power cable. Maybe. That is a really weird issue this thing is having. Is that more stuff with the debris, or is there something weird going on with the VGA port? That's the only other thing I changed. It does not smell like a typical old computer. It smells like old plastic, but that could also tell me that there is something wrong. Because that does smell a little bit like a melted solder, which does have me worried. Let's have that propped up just for ventilation. What the heck did I do to get this working again? Oh boy. I have to leave that unplugged for a moment, just so I can figure out what's going on. Because when it boots up, it does boot up, it does work, but it's intermittently not booting up, which is concerning. I'll have to look that up at some point. Crap. I'm not super enthusiastic about that. Kind of a sour way to end this video, but if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you would like. I've got some socials in the description below. I'll see y'all in the next video.